The Houston Texans and Los Angeles Chargers delivered a riveting Week 17 showdown on Saturday afternoon at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, with pause for playoff implications, intensity, and big moments from start to near finish. Playoff stakes and pregame context. Both teams entered the game with plenty on the line. The Chargers, 11-4, had already clinched a playoff berth and were still chasing the AFC West crown, while the Texans, 10-5, looked to secure their postseason berth and keep momentum mounting late in the season. With elite defenses on both sides and quarterbacks Justin Herbert and C.J. Stroud under pressure, many projected a gritty, low-scoring duel. First half, Texans strike early. Houston came out with a burst of offense. On their opening possession, C.J. Stroud uncorked a 75-yard touchdown strike to rookie Jaden Higgins, setting an energetic tone. On the very next Texans drive, Stroud connected deep again, this time 43 yards to Jalen Noel for another touchdown, giving Houston a commanding 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Despite two interceptions thrown by Stroud later in the first half, the Texans' defensive front repeatedly stood strong, while the Chargers were only able to muster a Cameron Dicker field goal before halftime, trimming the score to 14-3. Third quarter, Chargers respond, but Texans hold. The Chargers finally got on the board with their first touchdown of the game in the third quarter, giving them some momentum and tightening the score. However, the Texans answered back with a 41-yard field goal by Ka'imi Fairbairn, pushing the lead back before the fourth quarter. As the second half wore on, injury concerns surfaced for Houston, with cornerback Kamari Lassiter briefly exiting after a knee scare, though he managed to return later in the half, and backup defenders stepping up when called upon. Game status: late third quarter. As of late in the third quarter, the Texans held a 17-10 lead, maintaining control thanks to explosive plays and stout defensive adjustments. The atmosphere was tense as both teams eyed pivotal stakes in the AFC playoff picture. What this means moving forward. For the Texans, a road victory against an 11-win Chargers team would significantly boost their postseason positioning and momentum as they attempt to close out the regular season strong. For Los Angeles, falling behind in this contest puts pressure on their remaining schedule and could jeopardize their division aspirations and home field goals.